I, 24 female, have feelings for my boyfriends, 26 male, roommate, 26 male, and I don't know what to do. Thanks in advance. Throw away for obvious reasons. So when the quarantine started in the US, I moved in with my boyfriend and his roommates. Since I have an apartment to myself, and I didn't want to be alone, I still have my place, just not actively living there. So my boyfriend has 4 other roommates. We all went to the same college and I knew these guys before I was staying with them, but I didn't know them all well. The roommate in question I knew the least. Since getting to know him, I instantly developed feelings for him. I still have feelings for my boyfriend, but it's not the same as it used to be. I know relationships evolve and feelings change, but I've never really had feelings for someone else while being in a long-term relationship. I don't know what it means. I know I'm a crappy person. But what do I do? Please help. Could it be just a fizz? You are getting to know a guy that you appreciate. Maybe it is making you feel something intense but superficial. I felt that a few times during my previous long-term relationship. It happened a few times, maybe 2 or 3, where I met someone new, and it was a little firework for a while, but it faded out every time, fairly quickly. And I was also every time glad I didn't do anything, because once the newness factor had faded, it was obvious that I wanted to be with my BF, now ex, for other reasons. The advice I would give you would be to, if possible, go live at your place with your BF. This way you will be able to spend some time with him without having his roommate in the way. Maybe it will help you see clearer, because you won't have that tiny firework that seems to mix your feelings up. It could help you see what you want to do with your boyfriend, whether it means staying with him or leaving him. But at least it would be more clear. In the end, I suggest that you get a little distance from the roommate for a little bit. Best of luck and always listen to your gut. We often know the answer, we just think we don't. Thank you. You're totally right on the last part. We know the answer, we just think we don't. That's pretty true for most things in life. You're not a crappy person. Feelings are natural and hard to control, and you haven't cheated on your boyfriend by having involuntary feelings for another guy. Be kind to yourself. Where things could get crappy, though, is how you handle it from here. To be honest, I don't see cheating as an option in this instance, or ever, and the fact that you already think you're crappy just for crushing makes me think that you don't either. I think the best thing to do would be to ask yourself some serious questions and answer yourself honestly. Do you really want to stay with your BF? Or do you want to leave him? Do you want to leave him because you're genuinely unhappy with him? Are you just bored or stressed from isolation? Or do you only want to leave him for the other guy? Maybe you could try spending less time with the other guy and more time with your BF one-on-one and see if the feelings you have for the other guy go away. Maybe there's something missing from your relationship that you're trying to find in somebody else, and you need to consider if that something is what you really need, or is it something that just looks nice from the outside? Is it something you could try to cultivate with your BF? Thank you for that. I feel terrible. I love my boyfriend a lot. I don't want to leave him for someone else. It's just a weird feeling, and I didn't know what to do. Thank you so much for your advice. There is no guarantee if his roommate will want to have anything to do with you. If you end your current relationship, it's crossing the boundary of the brotherhood in many eyes. Highly suggest you move back to your place and sort out your feelings. Oh yeah, I'm already planning on doing so. And I don't want to be in a relationship with the other person. I'm just not sure what the feelings mean or how to confront them. He could just be a nice guy and have some admirable qualities, but you need to move out, sit on those feelings until you gain some introspection and a different perspective away from both of them. I agree. Thank you. Why don't you suggest to your boyfriend staying at your place for more privacy and sorting your feelings out away from the roommate? Crushes happen in relationships, you just have to decide if it's worth ruining your relationship over. I highly doubt any sort of relationship will develop with his roommate. Guys tend to avoid dating/sexual situations that have high chances of drama, which this would be. Oh yeah, I agree. I don't want to date his roommate. I just wasn't sure what to do with the feelings I'm having, or if it meant I was emotionally cheating or something. I'm gonna ask him if we can stay at my place for a few weeks. Thank you for your advice. No problem. I'm quarantining with my boyfriend currently too, and spending that much time together can definitely make feelings come off a little tamer when you aren't used to spending that much time together. He ended up having to leave for work a couple of days, and wouldn't you know it, instantly missed him like crazy. These are weird times that no couples before have had to deal with. Just got to weather the storm and take inventory once we make it to the other side. Best of luck. Talk to your boyfriend about it. You sound like you've given up on him already. But if you still see a life with him, explain yourself and say that you're worried and just want him to know you have this problem. Whether he can deal with that or not is up to him. Don't cheat. Nope. Would never. I've been cheated on, and I would never do it to someone else. Thank you for your advice. Sorry to be blunt, we can't help out feelings, but we can't help how we deal with them. I'm sorry you've had to go through that before, and I hope you're able to deal with this well. No need to apologize. I always appreciate non-sugar-coated advice. Exactly why I came to Reddit. You're right. Thank you. Worldwide comments of the day. NTA, I want to say I understand the wife and her fear of children. The childbirth, the aftermath and the strain it puts on the relationship of the marriage, but you can't be lock and sheer unadulterated fear of it. It is clear the husband believed their marriage was strong enough they could withstand it, but the wife obviously has doubts, and that shows more to what she actually thinks of the marriage. I would say not to break off, but to get some serious therapy, since this is a massive breach of trust within the relationship. You can't trust her, dude. She lied to you about a pretty major life decision. If you really want that family and she doesn't, there is no compromise. A friendly divorce is probably the best you can do. Never thought I'd see the day where taking birth control would be used to trap someone as opposed to not taking it. Go figure. She was dishonest and manipulative. Period. Leave now. If you don't, the resentment will set in and become worse. She should have been honest from the beginning. I also don't but into the whole idea that women are always going to have the greater responsibility when it comes to taking care of a child. I didn't want kids of my own, but my kid's mom had other ideas. I was up doing just as much feeding, changing, and actually, more outings. Fast forward 6 years later, and I have my son the majority of the time. If you stay in a relationship like that, one will always resent the other. The guy for not being able to have kids, or the wife, if they have kids, and not wanting them originally. It's amazing watching people try to dance around the post. While it's her body, her choice is not the issue. No one really takes pregnancy pain seriously is not the issue. She does have a right to change her mind is not the issue. The issue is that she lied to him for over a year over something they agreed on. She doesn't love you enough to conquer her misgivings about having kids. There is no fixing this. You can't force her to have kids. Motherhood is a vocation reserved for volunteers. Even if you manage to convince her, it will only be downhill from there. This is the kind of woman who will get postpartum depression. Your relationship will sour, and she will blame it on the child or children. Cut your losers, and find another woman who fulfills your life goals. This is a new one. Instead of being baby trapped, this guy is being babyless trapped. I'm myself a child-free woman, but what she did was wrong. Leave her, because you don't want the same thing at the end. NTA. Wow. Just wow. Dude. The main components of a solid relationship are mutual appreciation, mutual trust, mutual respect, mutual loyalty. The most important, and the most misunderstood, is mutual appreciation. Your wife does not appreciate you, and as such, she does not respect you. You no longer appreciate her. Also, she has broken your trust. You now no longer appreciate, or trust, or respect your wife. Without these, there is no value in loyalty. The relationship is dead. We could go on with the tea for tat with how she deceived you before and after marriage. La, 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 la. But bottom line is that the main pillars of a relationship have been destroyed. She wants something different than you want. And everything else has been destroyed. Time to move on. Don't go for revenge. The poor girl has enough problems without you exasperating her further. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and relatable Reddit videos.